Welcome to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast. It's Monday, March 2nd, 2026. Here's your fast, 2-minute rundown of what moved the markets yesterday and what investors need to know now. U.S. indexes closed sharply lower heading into the weekend, rattled by global tensions and sector-wide sell-offs. The S&P 500 slipped 0.4%, finishing at 4,971. The Dow Jones lost 1% to close at 48,978, while the Nasdaq fell nearly 1%, ending at 22,668. The biggest headline rattling markets? Rising Middle East tensions pushed crude oil prices near $73 for Brent and led Wall Street and global investors to scramble for safe havens. Let's break down the major stories shaping the market. First up, the surge in crude oil. Global energy markets are on edge after U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran spiked fears over potential supply disruptions. Oil prices jumped over 3% on Friday, with Brent crude trading at $72.87. Barclays now sees prices crossing $100 per barrel, especially if shipping through the Strait of Hormuz is disrupted. For investors, this means heightened inflation risk and potential spillover into sectors sensitive to oil. Think airlines, transportation, and consumer stocks. But energy stocks and safe havens like gold may see renewed interest. Second, U.S. markets and global equities are reacting with risk-off sentiment. The S&P, Dow, and Nasdaq all posted their biggest monthly losses since last March as traders rushed into treasuries and gold. Wall Street strategists caution that this might not be the moment to buy any dip. Instead, investors are shifting toward defensive sectors and waiting to see how geopolitical headlines play out. Over to India, volatility spiked as the Nifty dropped 1.25%, ending at 25,179. The Sensex tumbled almost 1.2% to close at 81,287. Auto, financial, and consumer stocks were hit especially hard, while IT managed some gains. The key takeaway: any sustained crude spike could further pressure India's trade deficit and strain key sectors like aviation and chemicals. Let's not forget sector moves. Real estate stocks with big exposure to Bengaluru, like Brigade Enterprises and Godrej Properties, have fallen up to 22% just this year. The culprit? Worries that AI-driven job cuts in the tech sector could weigh on housing demand in India's tech hubs. Investors are watching for more consolidation ahead. For those tracking smaller movers, penny stocks have turned hazardous, with 9 low-priced names plunging 50 to 65% in 3 months. Thinly traded small caps can be volatile, reminding investors to keep risk controls tight. Finally, it's not all gloom. Some mid-cap stocks in India, like Coforge and KPIT Technologies, are flagged by analysts for their potential, with upside estimates of 40 to 65% over the next year. But as always, forecasts come with caution, especially in volatile markets. Let's recap. U.S. and global indexes closed lower as Middle East conflict sent oil and safe haven trade surging. The focus now is on crude prices, risk-off moves, and sector rotations. Watch out for this week's key events, potential updates on Middle East negotiations, oil inventory reports, and, in the U.S., any shifts from the Fed. Stay tuned, subscribe, and catch us daily for real-time updates and actionable market insights. Thanks for listening to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast.